we began installing the tail fin servo. The 2 horizontal tail fins and 1 vertical tail fin servo are connected to extension cables and secured with cable ties. Install left horizontal servo. Tighten with M2 6/8 mm screws. The right side servo motor is installed using the same method. Install the vertical tail servo, thread the servo cable through first. Install the servo clamp and tighten it with an M-10 screw. Install the servo cover and tighten it with M-8 mm screws. Secure the ball joint connecting rod to the rocker arm, using the matching screws and nuts, and tighten them. Tighten the rudder angle as well, but don't tighten it completely, you'll need to make minor adjustments later. Temporarily secure the tail servo cable with tape, and thread it into the flight control compartment. Next, install the cruise motor and ESC. First, install the motor on the mounting plate. Apply some screw glue and tighten. Plug in any cruise control ESC banana plug. Connect the tester to check the motor rotation direction. The rotation direction was incorrect. Swapping any to phase wires caused the motor to rotate in the opposite direction. Testing again, the motor rotated clockwise correctly. Secure the banana end with electrical tape to prevent it from loosening. Turn the 3-phase wires of the motor several times to increase interference immunity. Secure the motor mounting plate to the motor base, using the included screws. Install the fixed wing ESC mounting plate and tighten the 4 screws. Next, screw the fixed wing ESC onto the mounting plate, using the 4 matching screws. Run the fixed wing ESC cable through the small side hole, into the distributor compartment. Install the fuselage connector. The connector with the servo cable is at the front. Note that the connector with the airspeed cable is at the rear. Tighten the connector with an M2 6/8 mm screw. The other side of the fuselage was installed using the same method. Tighten the bottom with nylon screws and studs to serve as a mounting bracket. The other 3 brackets were also secured using the same method. Take out the 200 power distribution board, plug in the 2 flight controller power cables, making sure the arrows point forward during installation. Secure the distributor board with 4 nylon screws. Run the flight control cables from both sides through the cable tray to the rear. Run the ESC power cable to the front. It passes through the side opening to the power distribution compartment. The power switch cable also came through from the other side. Three parallel lines are connected to supply power to UBEC, data transmission, and load, respectively. Connect the battery power cable on the right side. Drive the battery power cable on the left side. The positive terminals of both batteries pass through the Hall current detector. Arrange the positive terminals of the batteries on both sides. The positive terminal of the cruise control ESC and the positive terminal of the load power supply. Tighten the 4 positive terminals together with screws. Twist the remaining 4 ESC positive terminals together as well. Tighten the 4 negative terminals of the ESC together. Twist the remaining 4 negative terminals together. Apply acetate tape to the fixing screws to prevent foreign objects from falling in. Secure the power distribution compartment cover with M to 8 mm screws. Run the flight controller power cable on the left side. Use the drone CAN protocol, support current and voltage display, and attach a label. Thread the airspeed indicator cable and attach a label. Thread the signal wires for the left rotor motor. White indicates the front left motor, and black indicates the rear left motor. Affix labels accordingly. Thread the left aileron servo cable and attach a label. Label the left and right horizontal tail fins. Label the vertical tail fin. Thread the airspeed line along the right side of the fuselage and attach the label. Run the flight controller power cable on the right side and attach a label. Connect the right rotor ESC signal cable. White indicates the front right motor, and black indicates the rear right motor. Passing the right aileron servo line. Label the fixed wing ESC signal line. To install the inversion flight controller, place the flight controller board down and use an M2 screwdriver to poke the 6 mounting holes. Apply foam adhesive to the studs and insert them into the mounting holes. After the adhesive dries, secure the flight controller with nylon screws. The safety switch wire should be threaded through the small hole and labeled accordingly. Take out to GPS devices. Apply 3 meters adhesive to the base and peel off the protective film. Pass the cable through the small hole with the GPS arrow pointing forward and press firmly. The second GPS uses the same installation method. The GPS compartment cover is secured with 4 screws. Label the front and rear GPS devices. Apply 3 meters adhesive and labels to the remote control receiver and secure it. The flight controller was secured with 6 screws. Apply 3 meters adhesive to UBEC. Apply 3 meters adhesive to the data transmission. Connect the power input XT30. The two outputs are connected in parallel. One is connected to the servo power supply port, and the other is connected to an unused channel 14. Connect the data transmitter to the XT30 power supply, and tighten the antenna. Secure it in the flight control cabin and press it down. Label the data transmission line. Fixed wing ESC signal cable plugged into channel 3. Left flat tail plug into channel 2. The left aileron was inserted in channel 1. The left rear motor is connected to channel 10. The front left motor is connected to channel 11. The flight controller power supply is connected to port power 1. Left airspeed connection to CAN 1 port. Front GPS connected to CAN 1 port. Data transmission is connected to TLEM 1 port. The safety switch is connected to the switch port. The GPS is then connected to the CAN 2 port. Right airspeed meter connected to CAN 2 port. Vertical tail fin attached to 4 channels. Right side connected to channel 6. The right aileron is attached to channel 5. The black wire connects the right rear motor to channel 12. The white line connects the front right motor to channel 9. The right flight controller power cable is connected to power 2. Once the wiring harness is organized, the flight control bay wiring is complete.